What are the three core components to navigating towards your biggest goals, visions, dreams? I'm Suzanne Rath and you're listening to Endures for your daily dose of endurance leadership and life lessons. And as you will have heard on the podcast, navigate is step 2 of Endures. So it's all around how do we get towards our goals? How do we build the habits? How do we take the steps? How do we stay on track? And there's 2 components to this for me. There's the team side and there is the individual side. So the team side I work on through team workshops, through tailored programs, and so on. And the individual side is the work that I do with owners and leaders with skin in the game, where we can really go deeper and where it becomes not just leadership but legacy, not just business mentoring, but around our lives and what we want to leave, and also with a component of that health, that self-leadership, all those other aspects that enable us to really get the most out of our lives. And so the 3 components that I have distilled navigate into are clarity, calibration, and commitment. So for teams, first of all, that begins with the vision. So clarity around the vision, but clarity around the steps to get there. So whether it's putting in place the scorecard with, core strategic steps and goals, whether it's putting in place clear KPIs, whatever that might be, just making sure that everybody's clear on their roles towards achieving that big vision so they feel part of something bigger than themselves. Now the second stage is commitment, and there's a whole variety of tools that we can use with teams to maximize their commitment. And this is why it's important to use the whole steps of Endures, because commitment really starts with how we connect, right, with the vision and with the values and so on. But commitment can also take place through regular check-in rhythms, through strategies to reconnect to the vision, through daily habits, through how do we actually get there. And then the third part is calibration. And calibration again comes back to alignment. It comes back to how we work together. Are we working in our genius zone? All those kind of things. And then for individuals, the clarity comes in around the clarity on priorities to actually achieve that biggest vision. So remembering the idea that we can do anything, but we can't do everything. We have to be clear on those major 2 or 3 things that are most meaningful. The calibration is how we constantly adjust, using things like our Eisenhower matrix, so our 4 Ds. What do we delegate? How do we just stay on track? And then the commitment is the follow through. And often this is the benefit of coaching, of having that accountability buddy, of having those support systems, in that you commit, right? You're meeting somebody the next day or the next week or whatever it might be. And so you actually commit to your goals and you follow through on that commitment to yourself. So those are the 3 major components to navigating successfully: clarity, calibration, and commitment. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for more from Endures. Bye.